A warm welcome to today's live event. Inner peace, it's always right here. The peace we're searching for is right here, right now. It was here a second ago, it was here 2 seconds ago, and it will be here in the next second, in the next minute, in the next week, in the next hour, in the next month. This inner peace that we so deeply long for cannot be attained through circumstances or through any external activity. The peace we achieve through an activity, through an action, through doing something, that's only a temporary state, a temporary peace. But the peace we're searching for is unconditionally present, untouched by anything. It is our state of being, our state of consciousness. And we recognize this natural, original state when we allow ourselves not to have to achieve anything, when we allow ourselves simply not to have to go anywhere. We can go somewhere, but we don't have to go anywhere. When we allow ourselves not to have to change. When we truly give ourselves permission, grant ourselves the inner permission that we have already arrived, that we are Aurea, already whole and complete right now. Then we energetically penetrate deeply into this present moment. And the key to this is that peace is the present moment itself. In other words, the present moment is our manifested being. Break time equals 0.5s/. It is our state of being as the present moment. What seemingly separates us from this peace is not something we have to achieve, but rather identification. It is the attachment to a thought. And this thought suggests to us something secondary, a duality. Even if I believe that I'm going to the movies today, I create an I and a movie theater. And that is duality. That is separation. I feel separated from the movie theater. And if I buy into this belief, then I create an energetic separation within myself and cannot recognize that what we call the movie theater is simply an appearance in our field of consciousness, and that there is actually no I, no individual, no person. That means inner peace, this joy, this lightness, this unity, this dissolution can only be experienced when we energetically detach from our thoughts. Otherwise, we create an illusory duality within the unity of being. Me and you, me and the others, me and time, me and my life, me and my car, me and my world. And that is the inner war. That is this imbalance, this suffering that we create for ourselves through identifying with our thoughts. The whole show, the whole marketplace, all the offers are built around how we should live, what we should do on the outside in order to become happy, to receive peace. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the separation between I and something else still remains. And the fundamental problem of separation is not solved. Here, it's about taking one step further back and seeing through the fact that everything, all problems, all worries, all fears, and the feeling of separation hinges on the illusion, I am this body. Once we've seen through that, there are no more rules on the outside, nothing we have to orient ourselves by anymore. It just flows. It flows from a place of peace, from a place of love, from a place of wisdom. So how do we see through the illusion that we are not an I, that there is no separation, that there is only what is, and that it consists of energy, of consciousness, of pure spirit? The path to unity leads through our awareness, through our attention, through our relaxed, conscious perception. Because when we consciously perceive what is, the window is open, the wind comes in, we notice the background noise, the warmth of the sunlight, we notice the body sitting in a chair. Everything that happens in this body is perceived. If it is simply perceived without mentally documenting, recording, or commenting on it, just pure perception, then we increasingly recognize ourselves as that which perceives. We energetically detach from our field of experience, and the feeling of having an I center expands, opens up, and we realize that everything has always been one, and we are that from which everything exists. Conscious perception is indeed the fundamental key, the essential ticket to the grand cinema called profound unity, to the deep realization that is also called true unity, to the profound and encompassing experience that everything in existence is already inherently whole and completely perfect right now, in this very moment. No matter what is happening in this moment, no matter what is being experienced. It is made of consciousness, it is made of being, it is made of the essence that is peace, that is love, that is formless, to which nothing clings, to which nothing sticks, which cannot be destroyed, which cannot be hurt. The foundation is always the here and now. If we now truly and deeply tune into ourselves and are able to fully perceive and understand how we are feeling and existing in this very moment, can genuinely feel the intricate nuances of our current state of being right now, if we consciously choose not to move even a single millimeter away from our authentic selves, but instead simply and patiently keep our undivided attention focused entirely on ourselves, allowing ourselves ample time and space, giving ourselves the profound gift of patience, and providing ourselves with the necessary expansive space to gently and profoundly go much deeper within, to truly delve deeper into the innermost core of our being, within ourselves. We encounter inner layers, thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations. And they don't have to feel rosy. They are allowed to feel uncomfortable. We stay anyway, without moving away from ourselves, within ourselves, with ourselves. We let the body do what it wants to do. It can move, it can writhe, it can feel shaky, it can cry. It can become tight. The emotions are allowed to change. Everything is allowed. We hold space for ourselves. And so we go ever deeper and ever more profoundly, ever deeper into the profound realization that there is absolutely no duality, no true separation whatsoever, that there is no solid matter, that fear, in its very essence, has the very same fundamental essence as joy, that the profound pain we deeply feel is also truly made of the very same essence, of pure energy, of conscious awareness. And within that, there is an acceptance, a sense of peace, a feeling of more distance from everything. And at the same time, the felt center of the self opens up more and more, and we see that what is us. There is no self, there is no separation. There is only what is as essence. And with that, there is no problem, because no one is present in it, because there is no individual in it, because there is no self in it. It is only what is, as life for itself, as energy for itself, as love for itself. All forms are also formless. Condensed formlessness disguises itself as form. This sweater is pure consciousness as a sweater, an apparent sweater. Our bodies are condensed energy as bodies. It is emptiness. It is all emptiness and fullness at the same time. There is only one substance, one essence, and that is peace. That is what is sought. And that is the causeless joy that arises, simply arises in the present moment, because we have energetically detached ourselves from our thoughts through our awareness. And we will still say, I'm going to the movies today, but that thought no longer has any power. That thought doesn't make us believe that we are really going to a movie theater. It is appearance. We live in a world of appearances. It is phenomenal. It is our dream, our current human dream, and in it, no one appears. In reality, there is suffering, but no sufferer. There is fear, but no one who is afraid. There are actions, but no doer. It is a movement of life for itself. And what we are is the whole unity. We are the whole unity. We are the creator, the source. We are the observer, and we are the destroyer. And within us, there is this human dream. This human dream where anything can happen, but nothing has to happen, and in reality, nothing happens. And I can only keep emphasizing, we cannot understand it with the mind. We have to detach ourselves from our thinking in order to recognize this. If we now come back to this moment, perceive this moment as it is. Simply consciously perceive it as it is. No matter what we experience right now. It's okay. It has to be this way, and it can't be any other way. It moves on. Every state of being moves on. Time brings, time takes away. We stay in our neutral perception as long as possible, as often as possible. We don't mentally add anything to the moment, and we don't mentally take anything away from it. We don't document, comment, or criticize in that moment. We are simply here as perception, as conscious awareness. Then a thought suddenly rushes in, wanting to pull us out of our awareness again. We let ourselves drift back into unconsciousness, notice it, and then return to our relaxed, conscious awareness. And then there is a feeling of connection. That which perceives connects with what is being perceived. It is an energetic current, an energy that can be felt. And in this connection with the object of our choice, no matter what we direct our awareness toward, the observer and the observed become one. The supposed subject and the supposed object relationship collapses in on itself, and what remains is only impersonal observation, impersonal perception. Perhaps you notice, simply through your relaxed, conscious awareness, that something is already changing in your mind, that fewer thoughts arise, that your mind, your spirit, begins to calm down, that perhaps your breathing becomes steadier, your nervous system relaxes, and your whole human being is already responding to this awareness. And then we simply need to continue staying in this relaxed, conscious awareness. I can direct my attention to the camera. I can turn my attention inward, even though my eyes remain fixed on the camera, toward my right knee or my left knee. I just pick any anchor I like. I simply choose any object of my choice and stay connected to it. Just stay connected with my relaxed, conscious awareness. And through this connection, no psychological thoughts enter my field of experience. They don't come in here because the frequency is stronger, because this is the highest frequency. They don't get in. Then I lose my awareness. I become unconscious. The frequency drops and my psychological thoughts come in and start telling me all sorts of nonsense again. That means the tool to inner peace, the tool to lightness, the tool to wholeness, even to dissolution and back to unity, leads through our relaxed, conscious awareness. This is what needs to be practiced, what needs to be trained, until even that is no longer necessary because consciousness has recognized itself again through awareness. And then the realization is simply there for itself, whether there is unconsciousness or awareness, it doesn't matter. What we are searching for lies in what is. It has to be this way because otherwise what we are searching for would be tied to time, to a goal, to the achievement of a goal, to a place we have to go, to an activity. And it can't be that. That can't be it. The solution has to be here in every single moment. Whether we are actively engaged in an activity or not, whether we are based here in Vienna or in Germany or Switzerland or America or deep underwater or even on the moon, our presence is felt. It has to be independent of all of that and everything else. And then it also makes sense to say it must be something that doesn't take place within time. Because everything we perceive takes place in time. And what does not take place in time is perception itself. And we can discuss and philosophize about this and that. But one fact is, we perceive. There is perception. And that is what we're looking for. If you want deeper guidance, where I go into your questions in detail, where there are meditations, where there is silence, where there are further inspirations, then feel free to join my new online retreat, Happy for No Reason, From Separation to Oneness, on the 21st, 23rd, and 25th of July. I'm looking forward to seeing you and now invite you to simply spend a few more minutes here with me in silence. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I wish you a wonderful evening.